Hello and welcome. This is Japan, and we got a prediction video here with a big weekend for wrestling. Honestly, if you're a big fan of every type of wrestling, you got stuff on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Like it's jam packed. I don't know if I'll do a video on Resurgence. I might. I would have to do it today because it's like coming up the fastest. But I saw that it's also going to be Friday, and it's kind of crazy that they jammed all of this in one weekend. But I'm kind of glad. I like it. I like it. Like when they have that type of stuff because um, it is just an awesome thing to do. But let's just jump right into it for Bash at Berlin because this is the first ever of this pay per view. So it's kind of interesting that it's just like a brand new name and it might not be like a yearly thing that they do depending on how this crowd is. Because have a feeling this crowd is going to be elite because I think like they're really going to want to rival France of all places. Maybe some history behind that, but I think like this would be pretty cool. That I think like the crowd's gonna be really into it. So we'll go right off the bat with the women's tag matches. It'll be Alba Fire versus Alba Fire and Isla Dawn versus Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. Now this match actually is one of those harder ones. I'm gonna be honest with because it's like I honestly think to make the tag division better, they need to have Isla Dawn and Alba Fire win and hold on to the titles. And by doing that, that will also kind of maybe hopefully the way that they win will put Bianca and Jade more not on the same page. I want like something to either happen where they're not on the same page or Naomi cost them the match on accident because Blair comes down and then Jade gets mad and attacks Naomi and then Bianca's like, can't do that. So I want them to be like at odds. So by having them at odds, they have to lose here. So I'm gonna go with I think I'm gonna go with the champions to retain. I think that's the better storyline, and I think long term it'll work out a lot better. Next up, we have Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley versus Dom and Liv. This is an intergender tag match, which is just so dope because like there's so many like combinations where this stuff could be really good, and they used to have the mixed tag challenge that they should bring back, and I think this would be a um, just great like thing for it. And I think that we could definitely agree that it's going to be one of those matches and storylines that has been like one of the most dominant storylines with the Judgment Day and stuff. I do think this is a match that is going to have a lot of interference. I think we're going to have the rest of Judgment Day come down, and we're going to have some stuff. So I think that part will be interesting, but I still feel like Dom and Rhea is gonna win. Or no, I mean Damien and Rhea is gonna win. I think they kind of have to. I think that would set up a lot more for Bad Blood, where Damien could face Finn and Rhea could face Liv for the championship. I think that only works as if they win here. Because obviously, like Rhea's lost the last match, and I don't think she would have the right to be able to challenge for the championship if it wasn't for them winning here. Plus, I think for story it would work, and I think like the Judgment Day would then have to regroup and try to be more diabolical to beat that. So I think they win, and I think it's going to be a really good match. Next up, we got CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre in a strap match. Honestly, when I heard the strap match, I was absolutely loving this idea. But the problem is that it's that four corner hokey strap match, and that's just kind of weird for like two people that just want to like just destroy each other. I feel like neither people really want to do anything. You wouldn't want to go like and tap the corners. I think for their rivalry because it's going to be a three-parter. I think CM Punk has to win here. I think it's probably the only guaranteed match because if Drew McIntyre beats him, then it's just like okay, well then yeah, it's over. So I think like for sure it has to be um, CM Punk waiting here, and then they run it back at Bash of Berlin, like in a Hell in a Cell match, something like really nasty, like the highest thing that we can go, because the rivalry's still hot. They still have really good promos against each other, and this would definitely be the way to book it, because then you could get that good trilogy of matches, and I think everybody would be like, okay, I'm cool with this, and obviously this strap match I think is going to be really intense. I think we're going to get a lot of maybe blood and stuff, and I think it'll probably be one of the better matches because I think we're gonna be very invested in it. So yeah, next up we got the WWE Championship, which would be Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens. I really hope this isn't the main event. I kind of assuming that Gunther is going to be the main event. It should be. This one I think is the clearest one. It's definitely Cody Rhodes winning. I think this has to win because then it will progress Kevin's story also, because he's either going to one realize that he needs to be more diabolical if he really wants to be the prize fighter again, or just like wants those prizes, or two, it will just at least put him in that position where he knows that he needs to do something, either turning heel or just having to you know, to do anything. Plus, they're friends. I mean, it's like it's one of those things. Like, I don't think Kevin Owens is going to be able to take out Cody Rhodes. I do think this match will be probably one of the better just physical matches, and I think it's going to be similar to like when Cody faced AJ at France. I think the crowd's going to be into it. I think they're going to go really back and forth. They're going to have a lot of good spots. But I think inevitably it's automatically Cody. Plus, I mean, it's such a small rivalry that just take off the belt. Like it wouldn't make a lot of sense that it'd be the first time. I think Kevin Owens has to definitely lose, and then if they ran it back at Bad Blood, he would have a much higher chance of beating him, because I feel like his whole thing is that he knows he needs to turn on Cody. It's the only way he's gonna beat Cody. And if they do it or not do it, it'll be a good story. I don't think it really needs to happen, but I think the chance of it happening, like we saw, like when we thought maybe Kevin was going to hit him with the belt, I think it's good enough. Next up, we have the heavyweight championship, which is Gunther versus Randy Orton. Honestly, this is a weird one. I'll be 100%. I feel like they have to have Gunther win, because Gunther's only like the whole title run and the King of the Ring, all of it's in question because it wasn't a clean victory. So I feel like that's what they have to do by him cementing the win against Randy Orton again. Then it kind of clears up anything with that, because it's like the whole ref thing. I don't think that was a ploy. I think that was just it happened on accident that the ref counted him down. I think he was probably still going to lose no matter what, but I think because so many people noticed, that is the only way they can do it. Plus, it's such a like that King of the Ring thing. I think is going to be way more important next year when we have the 2 night SummerSlam. So like, if you get an automatic championship shot, then you're going to want to win King of the Ring. So that ties in two PLEs being tied into each other. Kind of how like WrestleMania has, you know, Royal Rumble and Elimination Chamber tied into their results, just help set up what WrestleMania is. King Between the Ring would also do that by adding at least 2 guaranteed matches. And if we don't have like a good title reign from the people who do happen to cash in and do it, it'll probably be bad. And we have two of them going, so we have Nia Jax and Gunther. So like, if one of them does not that great, it's not that big of a deal. But if both of them have stale runs, then it's a lot worse. So I think Gunther retains here. I really do want Randy Orton. If I just had to pick a sentimental pick, I would pick Randy Orton. He'd get the you know championship. I think he would be great. I think the heavyweight title would look great on him. I think all of that would be perfect. Possibly, him losing also and having him win like the Elimination Chamber or the Royal Rumble later on, and then re-challenging Gunther can also make a good story, because it's like, this is my third time trying to do it and I'm going to do it. So yeah, I mean, I think that's how it's going to go. So I'm feeling my picks are, Gunther, Cody, CM Punk, not Liv, Dom and Rhea. Ah, God, why did I keep saying Dom? Damien and Rhea, and Alba and Isla Dawn. I feel like the women's tag match is the one that I could possibly get wrong, because I think it all depends on what kind of story they're wanting to tell. But those are my picks. I'm going to have a No Mercy video also, because it'll be a big weekend. So check that out. This should be the next day. And yeah, bye guys.